Another day, another life. So, to be honest, I couldn't think of anything to talk about for this live, like at all. Nothing's coming up for some reason. And so, in this case, we're going to pull a card. As I said to Spirit, help me out. Give me something to talk about. So I decided to come here with my new deck. This is the Numerology Manifestation deck. And this is fun, this deck too. Like, I love using the Numerology deck. Sorry, my hair is kind of getting a little annoying. How am I going to do this? Okay, I'll give me a second. Just shove that there. So I love using the manifestation, the Moonology deck, like the first one. I was using it a lot for, well, easy themes, right? Like, because the minute you like look at a card, it just says right off the top, like, what it is you need to know. Like, let your fears dissolve. Like, that's what it says. It's simple, it's easy. And if you want to go deeper, you can turn into the booklet. Whereas like some oracle cards, it would be very vague or cryptic, or sometimes like very, using like very spiritual terms that you're like, but what is really the message? What is it really that it's telling me? And so with the Moonology, it's very straightforward, like to the point from the actual card itself. So that's why I love the Moonology decks. The second reason why I love the Moonology decks is because they offer dates. So if you are someone like me who is very curious about dates and wanting to know when things are going to happen, but I do let the dates go. Like, I'll make a note of them, but I forget about them. And then like, eventually I'll go back to it and be like, oh, did something happen? Or like, oh, it's a full moon in, I don't know, Pisces. Like, what is meant to happen during this time? Like, let's see, did anything happen? No? Okay, cool. Did something happen? Oh my God, and most of the time things do tend to happen for me around those dates. So this one actually goes into even more specific. The Moonology Manifestation one goes into more specific. Like, it will tell you to the day. And so it'll tell you basically like where the sun is and where the moon is. And so like this, like, for example, first quarter moon in Pisces will take place when the sun is in Sagittarius. So that is end November, beginning December. And the moon is in Pisces. And so you can literally look that in and it'll give you like, the moon is usually like in a sign for 2-3 days. So you can like literally Google that. You can go, my go-to is AstroSeek, and literally find the exact date, like details. So hey, just tons of fun. So let's see what Spirit wants us to talk about today. Oh, too many cards flying everywhere. Lots of cards flying. Oh, okay, I think I got them all. There we go. Okay. So the card that came up, see the bigger picture. I love that this card came up because having recently done the cash program with Melanie Ann Lair in Alpha Femme, this was very much the theme of it, like seeing the bigger picture and not focusing so much on like the smaller manifestation, so to speak. So like, let's say whatever you're desiring, whatever goals you have, whatever desires you have, whatever manifestations you are putting out in the world, like, that's great. Like, oh, okay, you want to make more money in your business, you want to manifest an amazing relationship, you desire to like a career upgrade, you desire more money, you desire a bigger home. And so those are great. And you put them out in the universe. And so sometimes what happens is that we just focus so much on that like one thing, or like the steps to get there, that we don't zoom out and see the bigger picture of what else is possible, because there could be something that's even better that can come into our like reality. And so zooming out and see, like kind of stepping out of the bigger picture, like knowing that at the end of the day, you will receive what you desire. No matter what, you will. It will happen. Now, in which time frame, when exactly, like that is like hard to tell. But it is letting go of that time frame and letting go of like what it actually really, really looks like. Because sometimes we just zero in so much on the specifics of what we want something to look like. But then in that case, like we're not opening ourselves to potentially like something even better. And so anytime that, let's say like when I was manifesting a home, like I would always tell the universe like, okay, like this is what I want my home to be like. And I would list all the details, and I would always say this or something better, like this or something better. And like the home that I manifested, which is the home I'm in now, well, not this specific home, but like the tiny home container, was something that I didn't even think would be possible for me. Like I didn't think actually that would have been possible for me to be in that reality. The fact that I'm not paying rent. The fact that, yeah, my rent is free. And I'm getting paid to be a caretaker cleaner. But it's like, and then everything else that I like, so that was like the bonus that I didn't expect. But the stuff that I did manifest, that did come true. One, it's standalone. And so I didn't want to have any neighbors next to me. I wanted to be my own place. I wanted to definitely have separation of like bedroom and, you know, hanging out, couch, living area. What else? The exact street that I wanted to be on, I manifested that. And so it's just interesting when you start looking at that. But at the end of the day, like obviously there was a lot more other things on that list, but I know that further down the road, like I am going to have a home, like I'm going to buy a home. And I know that that home, when I buy it, is going to be everything I desire and then some. And I don't even know how it's going to actually fully look like. There's like so many ideas in my head, but I know that that's my end goal. So like maybe like if the place that I am in now doesn't check every single little box, I'm okay with that because it checks most of the boxes and it makes me feel good. And it was a hell yes going in. And so sometimes like kind of like just like zooming out and look at the bigger picture of like, yeah, you know, like not everything's forever, and you know that you're not going to be in this spot forever. And so zooming out and saying like, okay, well, what is my like bigger goal? What is my bigger picture out of this? Like, what is that like bird's eye view, and where am I heading in this life? And knowing that you are going to be okay and that you will get the things you desire or even better than you expected. Because you are the creator of your own reality. So this is like what you desire. And that's what you desire to create. And so, yeah, that was my little spiel on that. So thank you, Spirit, for helping me come up with something to talk about my life. And I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.